guys, welcome back to the channel for the follow-up video to Monday's video in which we talked about which seasons were the 6 ninja at their best. And in this video, we're going to be talking about which seasons the ninja were at their worst. So just in advance, this video is not intended to offend anyone. You will not likely share the same opinion as me, so do keep that in mind. And with that being said, let's get started. One reason I don't like Season 7 is because it completely takes the ninja out of character, and it really screws up Lloyd's leadership arc. This was something when set up in Season 5 that a lot of people were really looking forward to, but Season 7 just really screws it up, and instead of making Lloyd the leader, it turns the other ninja into idiots really, just taking them out of character. And on top of that, I feel like Lloyd's lines in this season weren't written very well. And I do not mean to offend, I do like Lloyd's old voice acting, but in this season something felt really off. He sounded more childish, more whiny, as well as a lot of stuff that he was doing in the season, such as in episode 70 when he is flying on his dragon to deflect the vermilion shells being fired on. Suddenly Floyd, Master of Dragons, loses his focus again. Oh no, not again. And now he's suddenly falling. And I mean, what? Hasn't he learned to overcome his fear by this point? This season just made Lloyd kind of seem like a baby, and they completely messed up the Lloyd leadership arc. And then, of course, there was the animation of the season, which certainly didn't help Lloyd. Oftentimes, he would be smiling in inappropriate scenes, and oh my god, it was just really a disaster for Lloyd. But yeah, thankfully, Season 8 did save his character. It came down to Season 8 and Season 11 for Kai. The problem with Season 8 is that a lot of his lines are written poorly, and completely out of character for Kai, just trying to use humor instead of what really is Kai. But the difference is, in Season 8, he doesn't have a big role, so we could choose to avoid him. But in the Fire chapter, Kai does have a pretty big role, which is a problem because we are forced to put up with what Kai is doing. One problem is that Season 11 seems to be dumbing down all of the characters, and this is especially true for Kai. While his anger in older seasons used to be a lot deeper, now in the recent seasons, it's that of a pouty child, and they're completely messing up what the point of Kai's anger is. And I think the problem with Season 11 is that a lot of his stories are just completely pointless. Like his powerless story in episode 9, I mean, I just felt the entire thing was pointless, making him seem even whinier than normal. And then, of course, when all things seem resolved at the end of the episode, the exact same story comes up back again in episode 12, where he's being totally irrational, and I guess this is part of Kai's character, his irrationality. But in older seasons, it was different. Kai's irrationality was something that would make him more admirable as a character, such as in episode 45 when he wanted to stay behind and save Lloyd. Now his rationality is tied into his selfishness, which isn't what Kai was all about. And this just really isn't the same Kai that we grew up with. I mean, when he lost his powers in season 5, also because of Wu's history in the past with the villain, he wasn't really crying. He was going to still be as determined to save Lloyd and Ninjago. And again, this just doesn't really feel like the same Kai we grew up with. I don't like Season 3, and one of the reasons is that it destroys half of the ninja team. And let me just tell you in advance, Season 3 is going to pop up a few more times in this video. So yeah, just get ready for that. And the big problem in this season is the Jaya love triangle, which is Ninjago's dumbest subplot yet. And talking about Jay's involvement in this, he just absolutely goes ballistic over what was said in a machine, to the point where he is constantly trying to pick a fight with Cole throughout the remainder of the season and the beginning of Season 4. But thankfully, Season 4 cleans up Rebooted's mess in this way, and many other ways as well. Going back to Jay, this is not the character who really cared about Nia. This is just him trying to constantly provoke Cole. And it's just so annoying throughout the season. I hate this. And just this really destroyed Jay's character and made him from being a honorable guy who we saw in Season 1 trying to save Nia on the roller coaster to Jay at an all-time low, constantly picking fights with Cole and getting all worked up over a machine's response. Nia also just plays such a dumb role in Season 3, and it was hard to pick between Seasons 8 and 9 because I feel, at least in Season 9, a lot of her lines are poorly written, and in Season 8 she's just really annoying and is not really the same Nia from older seasons. But in Season 3 she's constantly dramatizing everything, and I just really don't care about her love relationship, and she is just a very annoying character in this season, especially the silly wire scene from episode 29. This is one of the dumbest scenes of the series, honestly. I just really didn't care about this at all, and Nia honestly shouldn't have picked either of them. I guess that's kind of what comes out at the end of the season, but she really should have been doing more to stop the drama between them, instead of trying to fuel it more by inviting them to dates at the movie theater. And I just honestly feel like Nia was playing a really silly role, and I really didn't care about her concerns in this season. The love triangle really did succeed in bringing all three of these characters to their all-time low and destroying them, especially in the case of Jay and Cole. And the problem with Cole's character in the season is that he is just so out of character. At least with Jay, who is yes out of character too, but we see Jay panicking in the series, not too far out of left field, but with Cole this is completely out of the blue. Cole used to be the leader of the ninja team, the rock-solid foundation that kept them all together and made sure that they were doing the right thing. And he wasn't blinded by his emotions, but yet in Season 3, he is continuing the fight, he is returning the insults. And also, why is he trying to get Nia? He knows that Jay and Nia are together. Cole is an honorable character, and this is just completely his all-time low. And this just makes no sense for him. Why is he trying to steal Nia from Jay when Jay and Nia had been together? They had gone on dates before, so this just makes no sense, and this is honestly just one of the most poorly written subplots of Ninjago yet, and I just hate how far out of character this subplot takes Cole. I guess with Zane, to be fair, there isn't really a point where he is a bad character, unlike with the other ninja, but it's just that in Season 7, he just is really, really weird, and this just doesn't feel like the Zane that we know. This is a very helpless Zane, and it is only for a brief period of time, in episodes 68, maybe 69 too, and I just feel like this was very, very weird, seeing Zane malfunctioning again after Season 5, you have to repeat the story again, and him just basically saying nonsense, and it was just kind of weird, to be honest. It just didn't really feel like Ninjago, didn't feel like something that should have been in Ninjago. And then there's that part when he's playing with the time blade, when he knows it is a dangerous artifact, and he's just playing with it like a little kid with Cole and Jay. It just felt very weird, and I guess that's how I would sum up Zane in Season 7. He was just super weird. So that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know, and down in the comment sections below, be sure to leave a response explaining which seasons you thought the ninja were at their all-time low. And with that, I will see you next time.